the summer's gone by, and sometimes I wanna do it again. Still living out in Jersey, waiting around for the next move to approach me. I don't even know, but it's my town.
On our way to Lagos, so it's just up there around this headland, and I've discovered something new. You can fly the kite, our spinnaker, out one side, but Andy told us you can just clip it down to the stem head in front of the anchor there, and then take the other tack out to a line. So we've got no Genoa, because when we set out the winds were really light. They picked up a bit now. We've got, I would say, probably, I've got sort of 10 knots of apparent wind, and we're doing like 6 knots through the water. So full main up there. Little Mizzy doing her work at the back, and then we're flying the bad boy. Look, this is probably the video just before I rip it, but anyway, yeah. That's how to use the spinnaker, 3 ways. Yeah, we're charging along now.
I don't have a time machine, and I can't worry about those things. I can't control what's all been seen before. All I had, all my songs, and tomorrow and today.
So this thing is Ben's sort of invention to stop the rocking motion of the boat walk around. It's bad. The first time, well, it's the first time we used it last night. Ben set up about 5 AM this morning, wasn't it? Couldn't sleep. It was really rolly. So this is it, coming out the water.
Just creates a lot of drag, which being out from the boat just stops us rocking around like a complete twat. Anyway, it's a bit bulky, but as I say, it's a prototype. We'll be making a small compact version soon.
And it worked.
It does work, it works really well.
I don't have a time machine, and I can't worry about those things. I can't control what's all been seen before. All I had, all my songs, and tomorrow and today.
We're having to do the most disgusting thing. Basically, in that locker there is our holding tank, and it's been emitting some pretty vile smells for a while. Oh. Ben's trying to psych himself up. And it's blocked. That is our problem. I don't know if you can see, but that's just one little section of the pipe that goes to our holding tank, the breather tube, and it is full of what we think are little crabs, and the whole tube is just full of them.
There's lots of tiny
There's
little
something
crabs.
compacted in there.
Those are crabs, and those are crabs.
Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my whole life, and I feel really sick. Well, today there was no wind forecast, so we thought we'd leave Albufeira and we'd go over to Vilamoura, and we thought we'd have to motor the whole way, and we are sailing nearly 5 knots in 12 knots of wind. So once again, the weather forecast is wrong, and we're pretty fed up with it now because it's happening all the time. But we're glad for the wind today. Isn't that right, Captain? How we're having a lovely sail.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this.
No. And we just had quite an interesting exit from Albufeira Marina. We basically we were put starboard. Well, we had to go starboard side too, on one of the pontoons. And when this boat goes backwards, it always kicks out to port. So we had to reverse the opposite way, which it wants to go around the corner. So we just used a line out the back and sort of pivoted off, and it worked really well, which is amazing. We obviously planned it like that, but we didn't think it was going to go quite so smoothly, and it was all good. So we're going up to Vilamoura. My friend Joe lives there. Unfortunately, we couldn't anchor over here. We wanted to come up and anchor for a night or two off Algarve and then head up to Vilamoura tomorrow. So we weren't paying to stay in the marina. But we tried to drop the anchor outside Albufeira and it just wasn't holding. It was like really flinty, kind of weird bottom. And so we ended up going into the marina and paying €40, and that's supposedly, I don't know, mid-season. It's not high season now, it must be mid. Tell everybody what happened coming out of Vilamoura.
I nearly killed my fiancée. I nearly squished her.
Yeah, I did get squished. Well, no, go on.
You got your legs caught up in there.
In the fender ropes.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really your fault, it was the wind.
Yeah, just a gust up the poop chute and we went in a bit quick and I couldn't slow down because if I had, the arse end would have gone the other way and we'd done a pirouette around the dock, so I thought that, lesser of two evils, squashed the wife to be.
Yeah, well basically I was stood here ready to jump off with the lines, or throw the lines off, and the fender sort of ran along the rail and I got one leg out and then the other leg sort of got caught and I got a bit bruising. Anyway, we're sailing to
Calatra. Yeah, but we're not doing it the wide way, are we? Because we're beating against the weather.
Basically, we've got east-northeast winds and we're having to sort of, tackle the way up there.
Yeah.
But it's
we try to kill tide anyway.
It's a nice day. We're gonna have some fun. We can't get in too early anyway because the tide runs really strong through the entrance. So what will it be? Slack high or slack?
No, slack low.
Slack
so then
low.
we're going to have to be really careful about, not to get going aground really.
Island is a large sandbar just south of Oliao and Faro on the Algarve. The island is part of the Rio Formosa National Park. It has no roads or cars and the only way to reach it is by ferry, with all supplies being delivered by boat. We've got some really dodgy water here, big waves.
It's a massively strong tide.
Trying to come in through these two breakwaters.
You keep spinning the boat towards a bloody breakwater. Although it's just a fucking normal breakwater.
Are we actually going to make any headway here?
Yeah, we are.
It's still running very hard, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just down hard to steer, that's the only thing.
I think
Sorry.
once we get through, will it be a bit better?
Yeah, it's going to calm right down as soon as we get out this narrow sort of chokehold. Full on.
Really bloody full on.
This is only an hour before low.
Yeah.
So we were thinking that most of the water would have flown out by now. All should level out now.
Well done.
Oh, it's a bit of an adrenaline buzz.
I think, look, my hands are like shaking. I'm not even, and I'm not even steering. Much calmer in here. It was whilst motoring against the tide and high revs that we noticed a loud vibration which didn't sound right. After inspecting the propeller, we found two of the blades bent, which could have been causing it to spin off centre. We weren't sure at this time how it happened, but it needed fixing soon to prevent damage to the gearbox. So we are in the lagoons behind Colatra. Oliao is over there somewhere. I think it's there. It's Oliao. And Faro is up the other way over there. We've come in here, which is where the dodgy water was. Faro's that way, and we are going up here. We're around here now, I think, in the middle. So to Oliao you go up this one here, and we are hoping to anchor somewhere here, maybe in that bit there. And this is the island, or this bit of land, which apparently has 3,000 inhabitants. But there's some very shallow bits, isn't there, Ben?
There's some very shallow bits. Yeah, so that there is charted as 3.8 metres. We've got 4 metres.
So we're an hour above low, aren't we? Well, not quite an hour now, but 45 minutes.
Well, how much more is going to go down? I don't know, because there's the charted depths here. We're not on it. Yeah, we're just coming off a bit that's charted as 3.8 metres. We've got 4.3.
So it's still going to go down half a metre.
Yeah, that's lowest astronomicals, and the low tide here is 0.8.
But we're in Springs at the moment.
Yeah. Well, it's another perfect morning in Colatra, anchorage. And what are we doing today?
Sitting the deck.
Yeah, we're going to...
Clean it and reseal it. But first of all, we've got to finish putting the plugs in.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of woodwork to finish off. Just taking back these plugs a bit further, then cleaning the deck, giving it a light sand perhaps, and then we're going to seal it all up. So that's what we're doing today. So that's the second coat on, and it's nearly dry. It's looking pretty good. Definitely a lot better than it did before. Just the rest of the boat to do now. Because the rest of the boat looks like this.
I don't know why my thingy's not long.
No. There we go. Hey. That's a funny little catamaran. I'd quite like one of those to get to him from the pub. Slow gin, peach snaps and Pimm's, and it makes quite a nice drink.
Now it needs some lime.
We've only got orange.
The boat
This is
empty. This is it.
that's all the fresh food we've got in the whole place. We've got no eggs, we've got no veg really. We've got some leftover risotto which we could make into something tomorrow. We haven't even got a fishing rod. We've only got this left, which
fishing
won't
rod
do
died.
us much.
Cheap piece of shit.
We really need to go shopping. Mainly for beer and wine.
I think we save replacing the spirits until we get to Gibraltar.
Yeah. The propeller's going to cost
€2
€2. No, €2. Yes. calmer today compared to when we came in, isn't it?
It's a bit flatter.
Yep. And we're on our way back to Portimao again to get our propeller repaired. So Ben's got to try and get the propeller off, and then you're going to take it to the boatyard, aren't you, and get them to try and reshape it?
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to reshape it, rebalance it. And whilst it's off, the big thing is to then run the engine with the prop shaft only, no propeller on, and then find out whether we still get this vibration.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to kill the gearbox if I carry on. If we carry on, even going up the Galliana, I think there should be a lot of motoring. That vibration all the time, it's not too bad at high revs, but at low revs it's really bad. So anyway, I'll find that out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just a propeller and they'll get that fixed. But
we're hoping it's not going to take too much time or too much money. Whilst back in Portimao, we met new friends Ursula and Alex from sailing vessel Faith and had a great day sailing to Lagos and back. We also had a visit from our lovely friends Amelia and Tom. We were all a bit hungover. We did some dancing on tables last night. We had a beautiful breakfast. Yep. Ben's getting naked. They're going to swim in. We're going to row in.
October the 16th, 2016. And we're heading into Okay.
So I just came in to the heads down here to check the toilet because it's been a bit funny lately, and it's been basically filling up, and I came in and it was over the rim and it had pretty much flooded the boat. So the bilge is foot deep in water. Ben's pumping it out. So this toilet was filled to the brim. You can see a bit of water in there. It's all gone down through the floor into the bilge down here, so that's all coming out now. And then if you look in the back of the boat, you can see, I think, just about see the water in there. This is the lowest part of the boat, and that's about a foot deep. So yeah, so time for a new toilet.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tried to revalve one of you.
Scary though. I mean, if we'd have gone out and left that, I could hear it trickling from when I came in.
I could see how low the bow, well, how high the bow was. The back was
So for
weighted
water.
down the water.
It must have been going all night.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh. We are anchored off Faro, got a beautiful sunset. Faro's over there. We have got an interesting little fairground going on over there, which is extremely loud, and we're hoping it's going to end before we all go to bed. So what we're just doing now is trying to dig our anchor in, because when we came in we set it round the other way, and now we've swung with the tide, so we want to make sure we dig it in this way before we go out for dinner. So we're just trying to do that now. Has it dug in, Ben?
yeah, it's all good, I think.
Yeah, cool.